Shots is really time. Yeah. Thomas Jackson. Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Welcome back, guys. We're going to be going into map number 3 in just a moment. Yes, called Miss Jackson. Woo. Yeah, we're going to be going into map number 3, Epsilon versus Spray and Pray. And, well, first map pretty much went the way of Treshik, I want to say. 30 kills plus, very impressive performance from him, but couldn't quite carry it over onto Train, where Epsilon ruled. We saw an impressive performance from Cosme, not only in clutch situations, but just in opening kills. Not only that, but Freddy B in the second half, and Smooya pretty much all the way through with the AWP. And while Treshik pretty much saying it how he is, UK hope, good luck, have fun. 0-0. Knife round will be going just a moment. I'll get to see who starts on which side. Cash. Again, a lot of the time it comes down to the team in question, but I feel like it slightly favors the T side, especially in sort of these like lower iterations of the map. We'll get to see where teams will choose. Most of the time we see teams choose that CT side as their choice. Don't know if that's just down to preference or if it's just habit, but we are going to see Epsilon doing just that. So the T side, the pace setters, the guys who get to take the fight to their opponents will be Spray and Pray. Starting over on that T side, didn't really get to see too much from them over on their T side as they just seem to fall. I am 4 eels. Is that... Getting underway into this pistol round. Does it bother me when teams don't have matching pictures? Not particularly. Maeve actually. There's member. Got some pictures of... I want to say Skittles. Might be M&M's though. I think they might be M&M's because there's brown ones. You don't really have brown Skittles, so yeah, they're M&M's. Either way, pistol round underway. Shara's going to start things off with mid-aggression. 3 players currently around this B side at the moment, which leaves them in a retake of A. But the problem is, they've already lost their mid player. Could be a little bit... It could be a ball pit. I don't think you have letters on a ball pit. No blue M&Ms. Well, then my mind is blown. Maybe it's both. Try and find the pick onto the player in middle, but Shara just waiting patiently to pounce, and he does just that. Finds himself 1, 2. Can he get all 3 of the players in middle? Yes, he can. 4 kills for him already. The ace going to be denied by Treshik, but a big pistol round coming out from Shara. Everick can... Oh, Smarties. How did I forget Smarties? I'm a fool. I quite like the Cadbury's chocolate eclairs. Those are pretty good. Pretty good. Also Maltesers. I like a good Malteser. I haven't had them in ages, actually. I need to go buy some. Either way, not a huge investment in from the CT side. They're going to save a little bit of extra cash. Smooya obviously saving for his AWP. Shara is going to start things off. Continue his reign of terror. Freddy, lovely shot, will take him down though. His reign of terror ended pretty quickly as Barbar gets another as he pushes back in through the back. Why not Disco? Why not? Maeve. We've seen him beast with this Deagle already. Freddy's on 5 HP, so he's sort of going to have to in this situation. Can he do anything? He spots out Undo. They don't have a lot of time to play with, though. No kits on the CT side at the moment, and while Barber going down, not going to do anything in that situation. Rifle's going to be picked up. Lots of damage done, but it's not really going to be doing too much, as they will have to save in this situation, and the T's are going to be able to buy themselves. It was 4. The excessive lying of the 5s. A little bit of damage done on Toshara. Still looking to take this mid presence away from the CT side, but Freddy B has other ideas. Actually going to get himself 2. Hello, Freddy. Okay, no. No, no, this isn't allowed. This is not allowed. We have made rules. Third round goes to the one who won the first 2. These sort of things don't happen. MDS and Undo. Are they going to expect 2 more players on the right? That's a question I'm not sure I want to find out the answer to. Oh, this would be atrocious. Nice shot from Undo. Be able to find himself 1. Still don't know if they're going to check right side. Another from Undo. Okay. Okay. Our savior is here. Normality can be restored, I think. Although it's going to come very, very close. My heart not quite take it. Spray and Pray will take themselves around only just. And it's going to be so costly. Epsilon now with pretty much a perfect chance to reset their opponents. MDS, you'd hope, would drop his teammate. There we go. Now they can get 4 utility. But that was way too close. That was a complete eco in that situation. Undo. Nice start from Smoothie, though. Aggressive push into A main. Trade back will be there from Philin, as now there's only 1 player on B. And it's Mr. Freddy B. Wonder if that's why he plays B. Oh, it's in my name. Come on. He's actually going to try and play a little bit of an off angle, but this really relies around that smoke. He needs that smoke to be there for this position to be too valuable. Going to go towards the mini pit. So named because it's a pit that's mini. P side, however, I've actually backed off. Favorite knife. Karambit or Autotronic. I currently have the flip knife version, which is probably a close second. I'm gonna go rotating back towards this A site. Smooya. Holding. Pretty small angle. Barber is going to hear them rotating in, though, and already Smooth is going to go down straight away. Doesn't matter how little time there's left on the clock. It's going to be plenty to plant the bomb. 4 versus 3. Can the CTs pull this one back? They had the man advantage. The boost being employed. Can Finland spot anybody out? And in fact, they're just going to go and save. Favorite AWP skin? Well, my favorite skin is probably the Medusa, so I should answer your question. Quite like the Poseidon as well. Pretty much just that collection is really nice. We'll be saving. It means they can get a buyback in the next round, so it's not too much of a problem there. Going to be able to drop either UMPs or a couple of FAMASs. It will deny them an AWP, though. Question is, do they actually want to invest? Yes, they do. Okay, I was about to say, it looked like they were hesitant in this situation, but they will be able to. Yeah, as said, 5 rifles on the board. Favorite color? Purple? Either purple or blue. Best knife for 100. I don't know. Well, I've got one. My knife is the flip knife Autotronic, and that was like 100 something. Well, just under 100 pounds. So maybe that one. I don't know the exchange rate. Either way, Freddy by the vent. Decent position to help control mid. They've got multiple players there, but actually he's going to go down very quickly. Maybe Spray and Pray have got something in their locker for this map. Smooya just going to be hiding in the smoke, lurking in the darkness, hoping he will be overlooked by this T side as he looks to sneak back towards the sandbags. One man holding Cosmine, trying to do it all alone, but he's going to get taken down. Barber praying for something through the smoke, but it will be Smooya to take the player down in middle. Give them back a 3 versus 3. Looking to try and flash himself out. Picks up the rifle. Fill in. Could be the one to deny him here. The cross of the bomb will get onto the site. A little bit of extra damage done by Barber, but not anything too bad. And Shara now. Can he close them both out from vent? Smooya's still going to be in there. He hasn't been able to spot him. Lovely shot from Shara. He's come alive in this map. 4 kills for him already as he hits 9 and 2. He did the same in the pistol round. He's done the same here again. That'll be 5-0. Epsilon, they need to wake up. Flashbang going to be going out over the middle. Shara will be able to do absolutely nothing, but his teammate will be there to trade. Mac 10 in to try and make a little bit of extra money. Barber. Done, but actually Cosmine doing quite a lot. He's managed to get himself 2. Oh, you subbed to Starladder. Awesome. Thank you. Hello, Effexus. If you want someone to boost you in matchmaking, message Effexus. He's a beast. Yeah, the stream title's wrong. If someone has the power to change it, I would appreciate it. If not, well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit busy. You stream very, very rarely. Every once in a while when I feel like it. But when I'm casting a lot, I don't. Smooya, well positioned. He's got a deagle and a dream. We'll be able to find the first. Looks for the second as well, but it will be quickly traded. Freddy, he's got to get his running shoes on. Add sponsor here. Could be saying your shoe brand instead. But I won't be in this situation. Freddy, still. Looking to try and get in. The flashbang is perfect, though, from Philin. Do I get paid for casting? Yes. Freddy. Oh, is he going to expect it? No, he's not. The flashbang just gave enough time for Philin to cross. He's actually going to ace the round. Saving it for his team. We've had a few big plays now coming out from Spray and Pray. They've been taking a lot of damage, though. They had a couple of sort of cleaner rounds in the middle, but before that, it was very, very close. How much? Oh, well, that's a secret. That is a secret. Body wall bang. Perfectly timed as well. Cosmine. Whew. He's going to need some chips to go with that salt, because that has got to be frustrating. Now they've got to try and come back from this. Smooya aggressive in A main. They've taken quite a lot of aggressive positions in this point of the map, though. Undo. Going to be getting a second as well. This is the problem at the moment for Epsilon. They lose that first pick and they spend the whole time trying to fight back, try and find themselves another point into this round, and it's just going all the wrong way. Another kill comes in. This is a full buy round, and they get nothing done. A full 26 damage from the, what, 20,000, maybe even more dollars invested into this. Spray and pray. 7-0 up. Where is the pause, Epsilon? Where is the pause? Take some time. Take a break. Have a Kit Kat. I don't care. You need that 30 seconds to just slow you down a little bit. And the scary thing is now, Treshik isn't even playing that well. That's what brought them into Mirage. That's what really carried them through. But everybody's playing well. Shara's had some big rounds. Fillin's aced a round. He had to ace it. But still. Again. Pistols for the CT side. Nice shot from Smooya. Fillin won't do anything this time. Thank you, Joshi. Don't forget, guys, if you are enjoying it, type !caster and follow me on Twitter. Ha 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 ha, sellout. Barber, gonna go down to Shara once again. He's been a beast in this game so far. And even Maeve, once he gets an AWP, will not last very long. P-side actually pushing into a little bit of a stack. Maybe there's a chance for the CTs to do something. Cosmine again, still looking to try, but undo. Oh, not going to allow him to. Not giving him anything in this situation. 8-0. Spray and pray, and, well, sounds like there's a few people in the chat praying right now. Money on the line. Tears on the tissues. At least I hope it's tears. Double up setup once again. Smooya with Barber. I think they're scared of that wallbang now. I would be too. May. Dodging bullets like Neo to get into this position. MDS is hiding. Can't quite spot him. Thanks to our wall hacks, we're going to see him first. That smoke doesn't actually reveal the position. Got a couple of trades elsewhere as the peak attempts to come out. Actually going to be Maeve to finally get that kill, so it will be an advantage. Muya. Rotating around, catches out one more. The dream may be dead. But... oh, actually, yeah, they don't have the bomb. 51 seconds, they've got to try and retrieve it. Could boost into vent. That could at least be interesting. What can Shara do? Surely Maeve won't expect it. Oh, maybe he will. Smarter than me, clearly. Undo will get one on the other side, but he now needs to ace the round. 30 seconds left. Wallbang, I think, gave him a little bit of a fright, but Freddy will be the one to take his head off. Epsilon, they get themselves around. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, sometimes there are times, like, if I'm not doing a lot of stuff, I will stream, but the problem is, it's more, like, for example, at the moment, I've casted every day for, like, maybe 8 or 9 days in a row. By the time I stop, there is no bone in my body that wants to stream. Especially in this weather as well, I want to sleep. Or just lie in ice. Fillin starts things off, already looking to try and break back. He's not happy they've dropped a round. One more than they wanted to lose. Cosme to trade things back, but again, it's just going to be a further flip. Back and forward we go, but with the T's coming out on top once again. Freddy B and Smooya. Smooya. Have to tell the Queen if he doesn't manage to win this one and apologize. We have to reward her with an extra corgi. Make her a nice cup of tea. And by the looks of it, he's just going to save. To be honest, in these sort of positions in the UK at the moment, saving money might be a good idea. Pound seems to be crashing. Ready? Be able to get one, at least make things a little bit more costly. Problem is now, the CTs are the one with the money problems. Now, Smooya saving will give a buy back in for one player. The rest... ugh. The thing is, I don't like the idea of them buying here. If they save... what? So 1900 added on to most of the players gives them something. No, the UK's not that bad right now. I was just using it for effect. they've got to take this pause. And yeah, I agree. Finally a pause. Like, where was this earlier? What was the point in this string of rounds? Like, I can't imagine they were at 7-0 and going, you know what? I think everything's fine. I think that, you know what? We've just lost every single player and killed no one. It's fine. Barber's on 1 kill. Fine. No. Should have taken a pause here. Or at least, like, here. Come on. I did notice you, Jack. Thank you for the sub. First 2 kills. Absolute slaughter. The change hub not working out whatsoever. Smooya will be able to get 1, though. He needs to be the king in this situation. He needs to be an absolute tank. He's the one holding the crossfire. Shara just going to try and hold, and from behind, undo. Will absolutely destroy him. Cosme, he's been a beast in these clutches before. We've seen him catch 4 kills in a retake, but it's not happening this time. 10-1, money reset. Spray and pray. Looking fantastic. $10-1, and they can't even buy. The switch up from Epsilon was to go aggressive. Fortunately, it didn't work out whatsoever. Every single player in middle at the moment for the CT side. Although Barber's getting itchy feet. Be able to get 1 in the form of Shara. Now the rest of the team should realise this aggression, but Cosbean's actually going to get 2. Has been a player or somebody who can step up for this team so far. Having a very good second map. Freddy B. He needs to activate Freddy B. He's not going to. DS will take him down. Cosmean still has a rifle. It would be great if he could save this into the next round. Lost bonus will give them a buy. Actually, Smooya has 1 as well. Maybe there's a chance. It's actually a 3 versus 2. Now, Maeve has nothing, but is P2000. Now he has nothing at all. He's going to fall. Cosmean and Smooya. Romania and UK. Make it just Romania. He's going to fall as well. Fillin takes down both. Finishing off this round. 11-1. DTs will have another buy. Clearly still a long way to go for this team, but it's very, very early days. It has to be said. They've only been together a short amount of time, and well, I think they still need to work on the veto. Train looked very good for them, so clearly they've got a map there that they can at least give it an attempt. You think this looks like NIP versus Vegas Squadron? The thing is with that one though was Vegas Squadron were like such a massive underdog, or expected to be at least. They came out of the CIS minor that no one really expected them to do anything, and then smashed NIP. In this one, I'd say we don't really know what to expect from either of the teams. They're both, well, Spray and Pray not really seen too much from in terms of the higher iterations of Counter-Strike, and Epsilon have a brand new team, so get the comparison in the scoreline, at least. Muya looking for this pick over towards the B site. It's actually going to be Freddy B to go. How did he get there? How does he get there? Go over the boost and just jump into the hands. Nice shot from Smooya, though. He'll get 1. Falls back. Looks to reposition the bomb. Still edging over towards that side of the map, however. They do have Cosmean in vents. They've got Barber as well. And already Smooya going to peek back into middle. The rotational orb working so far. Now Cosmean is going to have a lot of work to do. Jumps out of the vents, gets 1. Looks for the second, but Shara's quick to trade. They've got 30 seconds left, have to go pushing, and Smooya's doing the work once again. Shara, the last man left alive. He's had a good game so far, but this would be the epitome of his match. And I just don't see this happening. He's got 20 seconds, trying to take different angles, spot out different players, catches Smooya. Smoke going to be going down, has to be careful of the player above. That's the one that could be the end of him jumping onto the site, and Maeve will finally flank. 11-2. CT side will finally get themselves another round. Again, though, if they lose this one, they're going to have nothing for the final round of the half. The T side actually don't have buckets of cash to play with. They'll have enough to get a 4-buy in this round, that's no question. It's the next round that will be more interesting, but if this is, well, if this is anything to go by, P's are probably going to bounce right back, unless something can change. Smooya, top of the board for his team at the moment, has been a big impact with his AWP. Yeah, Barber with 1 kill is probably not helping. Can't blame it all on one man. Maeve will be able to get the first, but the trade just brings things back into the T's favor. See, I would say if you join in the hate of Barber, then maybe you're all sheep. But out-peaked by Shara in this situation. Cosmin able to get himself 1. Able to get a little bit more done. He brings it into a 3 versus 1 situation. And Undo will be there. About to die. 11-3. CT side able to win themselves a couple of rounds at the end. Now we're going to be left 11-3. T side, they will actually have enough money to buy. It's not the best, especially considering all of the others. All the other buys they've had in a row, in fact, after what was the pistol and getting 8-0 up. With 4 Epsilon give themselves a slim chance, but already Smooya, the man who's been stepping up, goes down. Maeve on the site looking to try and do some damage. He'll be isolated as well in the rotations. Just not there in time. Already the afterplant situation will occur, Barber. Trying to get back in, and the problem is they've still got Undo in middle as well, just to hold off Freddy B at the end. 12-3, a very, very impressive half from Spray and Pray. Stepping up big in this situation, looking to take themselves their first points on the board. And this could be a crucial one. This group's definitely hotting up, definitely starting to look a little bit more interesting than possibly expected. Outlaws winning, but in very close fashion versus Spartak. And tomorrow, obviously got more of this group, so definitely going to be looking forward to see who actually comes out on top. This group could actually be the closest, now that I've seen Epsilon actually play, because I thought they were going to be the ones at the top. I thought Spray and Pray would be the ones towards the bottom. Instead, Spray and Pray 4 rounds away from actually taking the win versus the team I thought would be at the top, so group maybe the closest of them all. T-side pistol, absolutely crucial. Gonna throw out a little bit of utility over towards this A-side. Try and bait some players to rotate. Gonna go pushing. Not spotting out anybody just yet. The rest of the players are going to be gathering up over towards this B site, and no rotation has been pulled as 2 players go down. Epsilon looking like they may have overthought this one, as now Spray and Pray just pick them off one by one, leaving it onto Freddy B. And he's got so much to do. He manages 1 kill, but he's being swarmed. And Spray and Pray will dominate the pistol round. Disco says he's still a believer. I'm not so sure. PP, but yes, sure. Yes. Bison. Let's go. T-side. Ooh, what is this? Are they going to save for the next round? Either they're saving for 1 super duper buy. Or they're going to buy early in the next round. Either way, I'm intrigued. A second round eco when you don't get the bomb down. Definitely interesting. Shara just gets hit by the Glock through the door. Just about as effective as the gun he's currently holding. Come on, I want to see Bison power. Actually, Barber managing to get into middle. Thinking his way up. Bomb's still left in middle. Treshik already going to be finding one, fill in with another. Players getting shut down. Why is the Bison not getting to do anything? Treshik just straight through the door as well. Takes down Cosmine and now Freddy B. Oh dear. Glock. 5 players against him. 7 HP damage done so far, which he has pretty much just quadrupled with that couple of shots. A flawless round for Spray and Pray. And now this is where we see the buy. This is where things get interesting, because you only normally see this buy come in if the bomber's gone down. Now, with no kills in either of the rounds, really, it makes things very sketchy. And you're thinking, hey, but what difference would a kill make here? Well, that could be Smooyer on an AK, some extra utility for Freddy. Even in the pistol round, just 2 or 3 kills. Could be all of the difference. Instead, Shara, he's still got his trusty Bison. May not be the best case versus armor. Push going to be coming in onto this B site. Quite a bit of utility thrown out. Only one man actually going to be on the site itself. Undo goes for the spray, completely misses it. Maybe not expecting for there to be rifle players. MDS in the back lines. Also a player in vents as well. Cosmine going to push out and find himself one alongside Freddy B. Shara. Yeah, I don't think the Bison's going to do too much in that situation now. Treshik just looking to hold on to his weapon. They were not expecting this early buy. I don't blame them. And Treshik save. She's going to be taking the corner. And she wins the duel as well. So, a small lifeline for Epsilon. 3 of you in the chat saying 16-14. On the off chance. Barber picked up the Bison for a bit. Maybe it'll give them unlimited power going into the next couple of rounds. CT side only going to partial invest. They've got so many rounds to play with. So they're just going to invest lightly. I believe get to at least 8 or 9 to make it respectable. That means you don't believe. Because you're saying they'll get to 8 or 9. B side gathering up into mid, about to explode towards this B site. Treshik, however, will actually take down main. That's a UMP into his hand. Peek out from MDS. He'll get one with his last bullet and still survives in the back lines for a second or two until he's eventually taken down. Now, a player goes down on the site itself, but that gives Philin a chance to actually peek out. Hits another dink, going for more, trying to finish off the player of Cosme. Leaves it all onto Barber to try and save his team. It's not been the game for him, but he's got 4 kills in this round. He needs to ace if they're going to survive. Treshik. To take them to 15-15, but he will not. Barber, he had 3 kills in the first half. He's just had 5 in 1 round. Problem being, though, that was a minimal investment from the CT side. They've got another buyback now, and the T side economy is not sustainable if they lose this. In fact, the game is probably over if they lose this. Maybe that can give them a little bit of a boost, though. Not a round they should be losing, but an ace on a player. Sometimes kick you into gear. Smooyer on the AWP, the rest of the team on AKs. T-side looking to take some mid control. Still got a minute left on the clock. Ready. Holding. And it's going to be Maeve to find the first kill of the round as well. So decent start. Philin will be the first to fall. He did a lot of the work in the previous round with only the pistol. MDS. Almost gets caught out trying to go a little bit aggressive. In fact, it's actually going to be another kill coming in for the CT side. Undo getting one for himself as well. Could this be the beginning of the end with Shara adding to the death toll of this T side? Leaving Smooya and Freddy B. Can they be the saviors of Epsilon once again? They're going to need it here. Smoke will go down. Isolating one on the site. Nice shot from Smooya. We'll be able to give them back. And actually, Freddy B takes away the advantage of this CT side. These two players looking to try and hold on. Treshik and Shara are going to be the guys to try and bring this one back. Freddy B finishes off one. It's all going to be onto Treshik. It will be the T side to just about cling on. The gruesome twosome of Smooya and Freddy. Take them to 6. CT side, however, still have plenty of rounds to play with. They should have closed this out by now. In the last couple of rounds, it looked like it would all be over. Instead, Epsilon clinging on. But here we go. CT side, minimal investment. Few pistols. Should be a clean round. T-side yet to build up any money. They really need to keep it clean. Nice flashbang in. Tresic will get a freebie. Maeve is already gone. Freddy B, however, is able to sneak up mid. He'll find himself 1, 2, and pretty much restore the round completely. In the corner will be Shara, but he will fall as well. And courtesy of Freddy B, not going to be any more problems in this round. Or at least I hope. Undo. Try his best, but Freddy B is back. Moves himself up towards that top of the board position, but still got Smooya ahead of him. Seven to 14. CT side with another buy. Yet to see the AWP on their side. Body wall bang. Not going to be connecting. Well, it's interesting you say that, WFN, because they chose the CT side. They had the choice. I was thinking that the T side would be better for them anyway, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe they can still drag this back. Philin, however, looks to start. Push going to be coming out. Only Shara here, and he'll go down very quickly, in fact. Two players looking to try and rotate in. Smoke going to be falling down, but Treshik can look to try and get up high. Nade will do a little bit of extra damage either way. Maeve still going to be waiting, watching the flank as the bomb now gets planted. 4v4 in the retake. Not a whole lot of utility, but still some smokes, a couple of flashes. Nice peek from Smooya, though. We'll take down one over towards the toxic barrels. Philin brings one back. It's trades across the board, but the CT side are losing men left, right, and center. Only MDS to stand. And the T's will finish things off, looking to retrieve the AWP. And Barber will do just that. Now the difference goes down to just 6. Next round, Spray and Pray can have everything of their desires. Max loss bonus will be in. Don't really want to see them force into this one other than some pistols. Hack pause has been called. Still a long, long way to go for Epsilon. Just one slip up. One mistake. And they're up against match point. Series point. And this is the sort of brutal setup that you really don't want to go 0-1 in. Pretty much you get 2 wins, the likelihood is you're through. You get 2 losses and, well, unless you're very, very lucky and somebody... Well, you basically... If you get 2 losses, you have to hope that you win and, well, don't lose in too heavy a fashion. So that you have a decent round difference. And then everybody else has to lose to one team. It has to be 3 wins, 1 win, 1 win, 1 win. So... You lose your first match, and you're only 1 away from pretty much being yourself out of the competition. Early days yet. This, of course, is Group C. First day of it, in fact. Outlaws won their first group 2-1 in overtime. Now we get to see if the CTs can do some extra damage in this situation. It's been something they've been very good at so far. Shara hiding on the site. Bomb making its way over towards B. At least for now. Philin will be there to start. Hope to try and retrieve the weapon for himself. And with nobody actually being anywhere near the action, he'll be able to do just that. Push going to be coming in over towards A, but it's all just a little bit of an elaborate ruse as MDS. He's not going to fall for it. Cosmine going to be able to get one, but quickly falls in return. And now Maeve may just want to try and retreat back. What can MDS do? He's going to be able to call this for this team. He takes down Freddy. Now he can just look to try and buy them a little bit of extra time as rotation comes in. Smooya going to look to try and cross to the site. Undo very close to finding that shot, and he will do it as well. The bomb's going to be dropped. It's all on Maeve to save them from match point. Bomb going to be picked up. He's got 20 seconds. He has to go towards B. Few low players, but it's a 4 versus 1. A player in on the flank as well to stop him going anywhere towards the end of this round. And of course, it's going to be pistols to end them in this situation. Maeve just going to try his best to hold on to the weaponry. Maybe take somebody with him, which he will do, in fact. But it is going to be 15. They need to now string 7 rounds in a row. No questions about that. It was, of course, the pistols to end their streak of 5. No, Outlaws beat Bartak. Very close game, though. T-side will have enough money to invest once again. And, well, they have to keep winning, so the likelihood is they'll do the same anyway. Maeve going to start things off. Treshik down very early in the round. Shara going to rotate over to the site. Ready? He's trying to take control of checkers. Undo. Left alone over towards this B site. They've taken a gamble. True, if they do manage to win this round, the CT side will be struggling in terms of money. But then you have to consider, will that actually make things easier than losing that one round? Probably not, because I'll have to face overtime either way. Does reduce the amount of buys that they'll come up against if they can win this one, which they haven't done yet. 30 seconds left on the clock as they head towards that B site. Undo. You're going to have a lot of work, my friend, as now the rotation comes in. Filin's going to spot one over towards A. This is where they will realize, and Undo just has to hold on for dear life. And he's not going to be able to with only 15 seconds left. But the rotation is in from MDS, but it's Cosmine through the gap in the smoke to find one. Bomb. Going to try and plant it. Nothing that can be done to deny it. And now the remaining 2 players may just have to fall out of this round. In fact, if they do, they should be able to get a buy in the next. So, important for Spray and Pray to make sure they hold on to this weaponry. The T side in a similar stance, though. They don't really want to be throwing too much away. They want to make sure they have everything as they look to continue forward. But removing this weaponry seems important. And while Filin going down to Smooya is going to be big. No AWP this time. Shara has to try and hold on to his weaponry as well. Barber going to be going on the hunt. Spots the angle. And Shara will be able to hold on to his weapon. From behind. Ooh! That's a lovely snap. Freddy opens the door and the greeting, wow, it's not a warm handshake, a cup of tea, it's a shot to the face. Don't sneak up behind Shara. CT side, if anything, in bigger trouble than before. Pressure be able to get one. Fill-in falls instantly. But just remember, there's still Shara left. Got himself the AK, but Smooya, well, he's not going to allow that to happen. Freddy B holding as well. And now the CT side. I'm sort of looking at it, and I don't really know why they had that extra stuff. I suppose Treshik could still afford to have that UMP into the next round, but now they have to question whether this is worth going for, and they're actually going to side against it, so Treshik again will buy up a UMP. They're going to get some pistols to try and do some extra damage. 15 to 10. Getting ever so close now. The difference when we started this half was 9. It's down to 5. Epsilon themselves. I've got to be beginning to believe in this comeback. It should go down just 4 rounds, but the pistols are known to be able to do damage. Freddy just about going to win that duel. Cosmian going to push back in as well through the vents and open up this B site completely. Now we just watch as the remaining players over on the T side just wait for everybody to push back into their crosshairs. Definite step up, it seems, on the T side from Epsilon in this map at least. The question is, will it be enough? Flawless round, money not going to be a problem until they either get it to overtime or lose the game. CT side will have their buy though. AWP on fill-in. Only seen 1 of the last 9 rounds go the way of spray and pray, but can this be the second? Flashbang going to be going out into middle. Going to try and take control once again, setting up the AWP of Smooya. Jara not going to be peeking too aggressively. Where's the AWP? The fill-in. It's going to be waiting over towards that back of sight. In the quad. Jara spots out one. Getting very cagey for either side at the moment. T side looking to try and take control of middle once again. Shara has to be careful in this situation. Doesn't want to go down, but also doesn't want to completely isolate his teammates over towards that A site. Quite a bit of noise being made, though. Flashbang goes out. Smooya is able to find the first, though, and this will isolate his teammates, as said. Something he didn't want to do. Can he make up for it, however? Going to go for a wild spray through the smoke. Smooya is just going to hunt him down and finish him off. One by one, every single player falls for spray and pray. And now MDS will spot the scope at least, but that is going to be a quick trade. Gets a little bit worse. Now it's 1 of 10 rounds that has gone the way of spray and pray. They're going to have to take a pause, try and slow down this momentum. No real investment in this round. Max loss bonus for the next at least. And this time, there's no worry about reset for spray and pray. They need 1 round. Just 1. Seems to be a problem at the moment. It was actually the pistols, the one that they managed to win. Disco believing is the difference. Once they read that, they had to pull this one back. Let's see what they can do with the pistols. Ready? We'll be there to start things off once again. Jara. Ooh, actually, Barber may not have his sound quite up high enough. He will eventually turn around and finish off his opponent. Now, I do like this spot from MDS. Unfortunately, so does Freddy. So he's going to check it. B site fallen. Nothing to be done in this round. Hoping that they can maybe find a weapon, but as said, it will be a buy in the next round anyway. Flashbang out. Going to leave Treshik completely blind and with no armor. He will fall. Yeah, I don't want that either, Disco, I'll be honest. Now, Flippin. Or Fillin even. Flippin's a different player. Again, trying to just find a weapon. No chance of breaking the T economy here. Damage doesn't really cut it. The only reason to have anything in this sort of situation is to get yourself an extra weapon. Push out. It's gonna be able to catch out Freddy B. But he's gonna die to the bomb anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. 13 to 15. Epsilon on the comeback. Barber actually gonna be calling a pause. That's because of lag. Lag. May give a little bit more time for Spray and Pray to think things through. Now, they could throw in a double-up setup. They have the money to do it. They could opt to go for a little bit of aggression, something we haven't seen too much of. Maybe send Phil in to try and find a pick over towards that B side of the map. Will be Phil in to buy one AWP, but that's not anything too surprising. We know he's going to have an AWP. There we go. MDS going to pick up the second, so they are going to go for this double AWP setup. The last time they're probably going to be able to do this because the money won't suffice going into the next round unless they have a little bit extra saved. Shara does actually have some cash, but I feel like that has to be invested into utility, right? Come on. Incendiary. Where's the HE or the extra flashbang? I'm watching you, Shara. There's the HE. Go on, Incendiary. Do it. Just waiting at the moment. Who believes? That's the question. Yay or nay? Believe or not believe? Epsilon with the comeback. They've made it a very, very long way. Well, it's looking like a lot of you. Well, E-Buzzle, that you can't put both. You can't. It's just not allowed. Nip TV, I'm watching you. Don't you go buying any of these Epsilon players. Stolen enough. Two rounds the difference. One round needed for Spray and Pray to close out this map like they should have done a long, long time ago. But there we go, MDS. That secondary AWP finds the first pick. He's made a difference in this game already. Gonna go rotating over towards the B side. Fillin has found another in the meantime over towards A. And now they're just being shut down one by one. Barber and Cosmine looking to try and hold on and make that just Barber. He's going to have to find another ace if he wants to survive, and with only 10 HP, this would be an absolute miracle. He's managed one ace already in this game. That was right at the beginning. Well, no, right at the beginning of this half when he only had 3 kills. Boost going to be coming in. Fillin. Oh, the missed shot as well. That will be it. Spray and Pray, they take the series after what was a phenomenal attempt at a comeback from Epsilon. But after not having a good enough CT side at the beginning, they cannot hold on. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I am melting here in my chair. I hope you've enjoyed the cast. That is it for today. If you have, don't forget you can type !caster. You can always give me a cheeky follow on Twitter. I normally tweet out the majority of games as well. We will be having more tomorrow. I would just, from this group as well, I would just tell you the matchups. And then we'll head off. We will head off. Get this one going. Nice little document that I have with every single game. See? Insider info, insider trading. So tomorrow's games will be Spartak versus Spray and Pray. and Outlaws versus Epsilon. Now, Outlaws versus Epsilon could be very interesting because it could be what sends Outlaws to that top of the group, or even sends Epsilon packing. Either way, we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, 5 p.m. CEST, or 4 p.m. if you're from the UK. That'll be when the first game begins. I think the second game will begin at 8 CEST, or 7 if you're from the UK. But either way, thank you very much. Absolute pleasure, and I'll see you again tomorrow.